In the Now is a news and politics operation. Journalist Rania Khalek works for them, as well as Dan Cohen. And I want to show you part of a segment that they did, telling the truth about General Soleimani and Trump's assassination of him, giving a little bit of history around this guy. And then I'm going to tell you what happened after. Take a look.
The U.S. brought the Middle East and beyond to the brink of a regional war that could have killed many thousands of people and destroyed the global economy. All of this so President Trump could boast about killing Iran's top general, Qasem Soleimani, the man who basically saved the region from falling to ISIS. But Trump says he was actually a huge terrorist and a ticking time bomb who was born to kill Americans. If you've been watching Western media lately, you'd think Trump was telling the truth.
Soleimani, a notorious terrorist.
Soleimani was a deadly thorn in America's side, as we've been talking about for years.
Soleimani almost singularly focused on killing Americans and our allies for nearly 2 decades. So there should be no discussion about him being anything other than that.
Back in 2014, these same media outlets plainly reported the truth that Soleimani was fighting ISIS.
In recent weeks, the Iraqi military has made key gains against the forces of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, and few military minds have received more credit for those battlefield wins than this man, Iranian General Qasem Soleimani, the leader of Iran's elite special operations, Quds Force.
Yeah, so everything that was said there is totally factual. The rest of the video is completely factual. They're just stating the history. And as a result, look what happened. Rania tweeted, Facebook censored Dan Cohen's In the Now tweet segment on Qasem Soleimani, which you can watch below, by removing it from ITN, that's In the Now's page, and demonetizing In the Now. Facebook has been deleting posts that challenge U.S. government war propaganda against Iran. This is blatant censorship. Guys, that is what this is. There's been censorship as well of Max Blumenthal's The Gray Zone, where he talks about similar issues, U.S. foreign policy, and talks about the history that, you know, gets kept from us in this country if you watch mainstream media. So they've gone a step further now. Just so everybody knows, all the screaming about, oh my God, like Russian interference and it's so bad and they're trying to swing elections and all that stuff. Now they're taking real journalists doing real work and they're like, I don't like the message of that, pull it down. We think you're doing propaganda for the enemy, pull it down. But what do you do when it's true that Qasem Soleimani was one of the reasons ISIS was defeated and he was our ally at the time? You're not allowed to point that out? You're not allowed to talk about that? What else are you going to say we're not allowed to talk about? And that's the point, is that just like we've heard stories of Facebook censoring pages for Israel, like pro-Palestinian groups, censored. Now they're doing it. There's obviously the U.S. government and Facebook are in bed, and they're going, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. Censorship always hurts the left. Always hurts the left. Because we're actually challenging power. Rania and Dan Cohen are challenging power. Max Blumenthal's challenging power. And so they got to try to take them down for it. So congratulations for everybody who wanted censorship in social media and everybody who was screaming, oh my God, like Russian interference and whatnot. They're going to use that to take down truth tellers and to bolster the narrative of the U.S. government and do the bidding of neocons. That's what's happening. This is rank censorship. And by the way, this is why the First Amendment should be expanded to include the internet public square, the social media public square, because that is the new public square. So, you know, we should lean heavily on the side of free speech, and only in the very fringe cases should any action ever be taken when it comes to people speaking their mind on these social media platforms, because they are definitely, the powerful are going to use this as a tool to censor truth tellers, and that's what this is.